Hello everyone, my name is Bean, and in today's episode we are going to be building yet another farm that will feed into our villager trading hall. So we can make tons of emeralds and earn tons of XP to fix up our weapons and such and the like. We are going to be building a farm for potatoes. So let's jump right over here into the project box. It's a really super easy farm, but it's not well, it's super simple, but it's not necessarily easy. As you can see, there are very few resources here. Building blocks, glass is completely optional. You will need some torches, although I already have some over at the site. A hopper minecart, and a couple other little bits here and there. The reason, the inventory is a little cluttered. The reason this farm is a little bit more complicated than normal is it is villager powered. So just moving villagers into their little cells for the trading hall was easy enough. Although this will be similar, but maybe a little bit more difficult, as the farm is run on villagers, similar to how the berry farm is run on foxes. Which brings us to an important order of business I almost forgot. I did receive one comment from a subscriber on what we should name our good friend the fox, which there are now 3 of. And to be honest, I'm not really sure which one's the original. However, one is as good as another. And the subscriber suggested we name the fox who runs our berry farm Berry. So, here we go. True to the word. We're going to name one of the foxes Berry. And there we go. Berry. Now that we got that taken care of, Mr. Berry can be left to do his work with his friends, and we can continue with our farm. Now, I did already breed up 2 villagers here. They're still small, but they will hopefully be grown by the time we are done building the farm itself, and then we can add these guys in later. So where are we going to be building this farm? Right here. So this actually pops out right here in this little corner area underneath our villager trading hall, which, similar to the berries, is a convenient location, as there are our farmers right there, so we can trade them the potatoes that we get. So the way this farm works is, out here in this bigger room there will be a farmer villager. Now we're going to place dirt in here, and so he'll have farmland to work, and if we plant potatoes beforehand, his inventory will be empty. And so when he harvests the potatoes, he will therefore only plant potatoes after that, which is what we want. We don't really want any other crops getting mixed in there. So he will tend to this field all on his own, and there'll be another villager trapped in this little cubby right here. And neither of them will be able to get in or out of this cubby once they're in their positions. And then they will try to share. They will try to share with each other, and that's where the hopper minecart comes in. So if we just make one of these guys right here, essentially what we're going to have is we're going to have a hopper minecart sitting right here on top of this block, which we can actually, well, I guess it'll be a hopper going in there. So we'll have a hopper minecart right here, and when the farmer villager, who has a ton of potatoes, is going to try to share them with the villager in here. He's going to try to throw them to him, but the hopper minecart is going to pick them up before they get to his friend, the villager, and put into the chest. And essentially the process repeats forever. So let's get started with the build. So you can really make the farmer's field as big as you want, although the bigger, like, eventually there is a size that's so big the farmer won't be able to get to it all. But I think we're fairly well below that size. So we're just going to go ahead and fill this in with dirt here. A single water source can hydrate the land 4 blocks in every direction. So if we just count 4 from this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, then right here is a water source. There's that. And that'll hydrate everything except this back, except this back row right here, for which we will put another water source. There we go. Now all of this land will be hydrated. So let's grab our hoe here. Alright, now with that taken care of, what's next is setting up the villagers' workstation. Now, the villagers don't need to sleep, however, they do need somewhere to work. So we'll go ahead and put his composter right there. And for this water source, it is a good idea to put a stair block in it. The reason is so that way the villager can't get into the water source and then get stuck, because we all know how dumb villagers are, and it is potential that the farm could break if he gets stuck in here. Now the reason I have the glass is just to create a sort of window here, just for looks, and just because there happened to be a gap there after I dug this all out. But we can finish putting that in later, as I'll need to get in and out of here. So that is actually almost the entire farm. All that's left is to throw in these hoppers. So if our hopper minecart is going to be right here, there's this. We have a couple chests here. So we'll have this be our deposit chest. And gotta get back in here. Oops, I always do this. We can grab our hoppers. There we go. And that is where our hopper minecart will sit, which is the next piece on the list. Let's see here. Let's grab our rails. You can also go ahead and fill this in. That's where the villager will be standing, right there on that stone block. And then we can plop this guy down right there. And that guy won't go anywhere. Now, this is one of the most important pieces of the farm, this trapdoor. So villagers sort of ignore entities, and so since the minecart is classified as an entity, they will try to walk through it, which is bad because they can push it around. It's not as big of a problem when it's on a rail, but if you decide to take the rail out, it could become a significant problem, and one could escape, and it just ruins the farm. However, villagers are taller than players, slightly, and they can't walk under a trapdoor if it's on the bottom of a block like that. So the one in there will be trapped in there, and the one out here will be trapped out here. So all that's left is to throw in the two villagers, plant some potatoes to get it started, and I guess we have the potatoes right here. Might as well do that. But once we get the villagers in, this farm will be 100% complete. Alrighty, so it looks like one of the two villagers grew up, and for transportation purposes, we're going to be doing it similarly to how we got our first two villagers over here from the village in the desert, and we're just going to be sort of luring him with the workstation. Now, we want to try not to let the child out, although odds are he'll be the first one to book. Oh, there we go. Very good. Alrighty, let's grab this here. I don't think there's any other workstations around within his potential range, so we're safe to just keep going here. One last theft of a job, and there he goes. He should come in now, and we need to seal him in as soon as he gets in here. Just like that. Very good. This young man can now no longer escape, and everything is as it should be. So the farmer part is done. Now this is potentially the harder part, just because I'm not having this villager have a workstation, although I actually almost definitely will go get one for luring him out here. That's where he needs to be. So I believe if I lure him close to over here, and I put the workstation embedded in the wall right there, that he should end up plopping down here, and we can throw a block right here and trap him in there. Now, for the one that's trapped in the little cubby, he doesn't necessarily have to have a job. It doesn't have any benefit to him having a job or him not having a job, but I guess I did say my original plan was to not have him have a job, but just for ease of movement and not having to go back in there and dig out the workstation, we will just allow him to keep his job. We'll also just make him a farmer, because that's what I have resources for. Alrighty, we're really close here. He's right behind me. And there we go. Grab our blocks. Where'd he go? There he is. Alright, we're cruising. Just gotta open up the user interface here to get him to stop moving. Push him in. There you go. He's locked in. Now we can fill this whole bag up here and replace the bits of the wall. Let's see, what did we have? We had maybe a cracked one there, regular one, and then the 2 mossy ones. Yeah, it looks good enough. Alrighty, so the farm, oh, that was weird. The farm should be fully functional. Once these potatoes are fully grown, the farmer villager will harvest them, and when it's come time for like their social sort of part of their schedule, he will come over here to this little window and try to share the potatoes with his friend. However, the hopper minecart will indeed sweep them away and put them into my chest. So that's it. Very easy, very simple, as long as you have a bit of practice with wrangling the villagers into position. Then the rest of the farm is super, super easy. So, oh, that's dangerous. One explodey boy back there. Let's see if we can get him. So, I have an announcement to make as far as is concerning the channel. I will continue making videos. However, I will have to take a break for the summer. So because of where I work at a summer camp for the entirety of the summer, and I basically live there. What that means is that I'm not going to have time to make videos for you guys. However, next week I will make one video, and it'll be the last video until the end of summer. And hopefully after summer I will be able to resume making videos, as I really do like making these videos for you guys. So if you want to see something crazy happen in the last video I make before summer, just let me know down in the comments, or follow me on Instagram and just text me on there. And I will consider all of your guys' ideas and try to get as many of them done in one episode as I can. It can literally be anything: a speed run, a farm, just go crazy, creative build, fighting the Ender Dragon, I don't know. Whatever you want to see, let me know, and I will make it happen. But that's it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed watching and maybe learned something about the game, and I'll see you next time.